One of the most misunderstood energetic practices is a very ancient tradition called binding. You guys know that one of the things that I try to do most on my content is to dispel myths and help people understand that modern energy work has a place in today's society to be helpful. What you might not understand, though, if you look on TikTok and other social media platforms, you're going to see that a lot of people are doing it with the express purpose of acting against another person's free will. Traditionally, bindings do not act against another person's free will. Bindings don't stop another person's bad behavior. Bindings are more like putting on a jacket when it's raining outside. It doesn't stop the rain. You're just making sure that you're not getting wet. That's what a binding does. So let's talk a little bit about what binding used to be. So back in history, thousands of years ago, this was mainly in English and Celtic folklore, bindings were used to protect individuals and communities. So let's say the whole community, a village, gets ill. Despite the fact that we now understand that was because of germs, contagion, probably not washing their hands, maybe they believed that it was another community nearby that was wishing them ill. So they would perform a community binding against that community to protect their own community. Didn't stop anything the other community was going to do. It insulated them against whatever those actions were. As far as individuals go, it might have been a woman who was concerned that her husband might be looking at another woman. She had that woman in mind, so she would go to a wise woman and ask her to bind her marriage. So whatever that other woman did, whatever action she was trying to take to ruin her marriage, it would insulate her and her husband and their marriage from any outside action. So binding is never interacting with another person's free will. We are never, ever, ever to interfere with another person's free will, whether you agree with it or not. For instance, I do not practice Christianity. I was harmed by it growing up. My mother, on the other hand, is a very devout Christian, to the point that she literally will not talk to me about what I do, even though this runs in the family. I would be very upset if she were doing something to make me unable to believe what I believe. Just like she would be very upset if I were acting against her ability to practice Christianity. So we're not harming anyone. We only protect ourselves. So all of that aside, at the beginning of the new year, it's a really good idea to think about what it is you'd like to leave behind. So in concert with cord cutting, or in the same kind of mental place that you would do a cord cutting, disconnecting yourself from whatever it is in the past that you don't want in your life anymore, a binding helps keep it out. There are caveats. So your binding is only as good as your will. You have to be very ready for whatever it is to be gone. No little part of your brain can there be a part that says, I'm not quite certain. You need to be absolutely certain that you want it gone. Remember, you are using your free will in this energy work. It has to be really strong. So people will say, well, I did it at home and it didn't work for me. Were you really ready? Or is there still some part of you that hopes for reconciliation? Or is there still some part of you that isn't ready to let it go? That's going to affect the outcome. This is not victim blaming. In the same conversation that we had the other day where we create our reality, this is very similar and it goes right along with that. So today's New Year's Day, I'm going to walk you guys through how to do a binding. And then we're going to talk about it a little bit more so that you get the best results from your binding without hurting anybody.